here. Good morning. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. I'm so glad you're all here. It's a special week. I just want to kind of incorporate that into our time today, too. This is Easter week, and in my spiritual education, I have always been taught that by my mentor, my spiritual teacher, Jane Elizabeth Hart of Center for Enlightenment, that Easter is a time of preparation, the time leading up to Easter, and there's an energy that comes into the planet. You know, if you think of the millions of people across the planet who are acknowledging this time through Lent, through Palm Sunday yesterday, and coming up on this Easter week, many acknowledgments of the history of this. And if you think for 2,000 years, many people have been taking focused time to acknowledge this life of Jesus. And indeed, Jesus was a wonderful spiritual teacher in many ways, regardless of what humanity has done with it since then. And so that wave of millions upon millions of people acknowledging this time in prayer and devotion over the years is a definite energy that we can tap into also in our time leading up to Easter as well. So, just to kind of think about that. And you'll notice over time, if you haven't noticed already, that when you meditate at a specific time and place every day, that there's an energy that builds in your physical space. I know when I sit down in this chair, whether I'm working or having my own meditation time, I feel uplifted, versus if I'm in another place in my home meditating. I can meditate just fine because I've been doing it for years, but there's an energy here that when I sit down, it uplifts me and it helps support my meditation process. And so just like we are building up our own energy in our own meditation places, then you think about that as on a larger scale of this Easter week and how that energy has been building. Jesus brought that energy to the planet in the first place, to the planet. Sounds like some kind of outer space thing, but he brought that energy, his vibration, into the world, teaching us about love and forgiveness and surrender, and giving us and humanity at that time in history. I want to talk about too, because it's very important, the history of it as well as what has come since then. But to anchor that teaching of love and forgiveness for us, and now there are changes happening, right? Obviously, we need to change something about that perspective, but now we are focused on, okay, how do I find that Christ presence within myself? How do I find my own center? And when we're finding our own center, it really is finding that spiritual place that Jesus was able to personify for us. Buddha was able to personify for us. There are many souls who have perfected that spiritual beingness within them. So for whatever that's worth to you today, I know that I try to kind of keep it in the therapist umbrella a little bit, but we'll stretch ourselves a little bit today just to acknowledge that, because it is helpful to pull that into our meditation time, because it's energy that can support us. So as I was thinking this week and getting some feedback from people, I heard that last week the focus on a mantra was very helpful to people, and I got that from several sources. So instead of going forward with a meditation booklet today, I want to reinforce that mantra, because that seemed to be what was helpful to people last week. So let's focus on that again today. Let's use something different. I really like the pure air in, everything else out mantra that I learned from Muji, and just such a wonderful experience. It incorporates the mantra piece of it that has been helpful to people, and it incorporates our bodies because we can visualize that air coming in to us. And if it doesn't help to focus on your heart because there's lots of emotions or lots of feelings that can come up and come through that can be distracting, then let it be somewhere else. Let it be, you can breathe up through your feet to the top of your head and everything else out. You can breathe, feel that air coming from from the top of your head all the way down to your feet and everything else out. However that works for you. If you have a place in your body that feels uncomfortable or sore, you can let that air come in, that pure air in to that area that is uncomfortable and everything else out. So we'll just keep using that as a mantra. And again, you can use any word or phrase, preferably something simple. If it gets too long, we can get into our heads about it. But when you're in your own meditation time, anytime, be able to say it out loud to yourself. It's great when it's a guided meditation. I definitely understand that it's nice when it's somebody else's voice. But even when it's our own, we have an authority with ourselves that we don't really know that we have. But you can say peace out loud throughout the day. And I do that quite regularly, where I'm just telling myself, shh, shh, stop with that line of thought, peace. And it helps kind of dissipate the train of energy that's following whatever thought we want to quiet at that time. So this is simple and powerful. And, just want to really acknowledge that power and authority that we have with our brains, with our minds, when we put it to use. So feel free to say it out loud, and say it out loud. Your microphones are off, so say it out loud while we're meditating today as you need to. When you first notice your mind going somewhere else, when you notice that you feel distracted, or you're thinking about your grocery list or your to-do list for today, say it out loud, peace, and then refocus, and let yourself also have a place where your attention is going to, because it's one thing to say peace out loud, but it's another thing to leave our minds to their own devices, right? It's like, okay, peace, but where do you want me to go? So let yourself have a focus in your body. I mean, I like that because it's grounding and it's physical, and it can pull us out of our heads. So anyway, these are all different ways that we have to pay attention to when we're finding our own meditative rhythm and the tools that help us the most, because it's going to be different for each one of us. So let's just practice with some of that now. I invite you to get comfortable in your chairs if you're not already. Take a couple of deep breaths to let your mind-body system know that it's time to shift gears and be present. In this time of Easter, there's an anticipation. A receptivity and openness, expectation of new life. new life in the world as spring arises. New life within. I invite you to find an anchor for yourself. Perhaps it's your feet on the floor, feeling that sensation of contact between your feet and the floor. If you put your attention there, you can feel the tingling of awareness, tingling of sensation. Perhaps your attention is on your heart. Perhaps your bottom in your chair. It can feel nice and grounding sometimes. Just letting everything flow. Maybe your attention is on your breath and the air coming into your lungs. Sometimes focusing on the lungs instead of the heart can take that emotional piece out of it. You're focusing on either side of your heart, and really both at the same time, both sides. Feeling that air coming into your lungs, nourishing and feeding the rest of your body. But find your place where you want to rest your attention. Let your breath be relaxed and natural. If you feel yourself breathing more shallowly, that's a good awareness tool. Just notice it and let your breath be its natural depth, its relaxed depth. As much as I love that mantra, pure air in, everything else out, I'm being guided again to have that shorter word. And instead of peace today, let's just do the word relax. Just let that move in every cell of your body as your attention rests wherever you've chosen. Feel that relax, that gentle command as the authority, as you are the authority of your being. Saying that. Relax. I invite you to say it out loud in your space as often as needed during our time together. You don't have to wait for my voice. Simply relax. 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 Just allow yourself to unplug from everything else but your anchor in your body that you've chosen. We're detaching all attention, all activity from other areas and moving it to that place where our attention is. Relax. 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 And it's not a harsh command because that wouldn't be relaxing. It's permission. Permission to relax. It's an embracing, a compassionate embracing of our whole self. Giving loving permission to let go of everything else right now. It's giving permission to all the muscles to relax. For all the organs to relax. Just relax into their natural functioning with ease. It's giving permission to the mind to relax. To let go for right now of whatever it thinks is so important. All those things will be there when our time is over. Right now, we just let them go. And we relax. 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 It's okay to relax. It's okay to let go and relax. 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 It's okay to relax. There's nothing more valuable to our well-being than taking this important time to let go of everything else and refresh. From this inner space that is relaxed and calm, we gain better perspective, better understanding of what's important and better solutions for our everyday situations. And we take this peacefulness, this steadiness into our day. Just feel it expand into your day. And feel it expand into your week. This Easter week, you don't even have to care about religion to tap into this energy that is being magnified all around the world. And we take a moment to especially hold our world in love and light. We hold Ukraine, all the people affected by what's going on, in this love and light. We hold Russia in this love and light right now. And we do our part in understanding that they know not what they do. We hold light for the leaders. They may be even just a little more aligned with their higher wisdom. And the best thing we can do for the world is to continue to bring ourselves back to our center. So we commit to that this week. Holding the light, being the light. For ourselves and our own responsibilities. Knowing that that calmness, that centeredness blesses the world. Whether we can fathom that or not, it does. Feeling your anchor in your body, the place where your attention has been resting. Just feel the lightness of your whole body. Feel yourself in your chair. If you'd like to continue meditating, please do. If you have time for that. Thank you for adding your love and light to our time together today. Have a wonderful Easter week, and may you be blessed by the energy that is just filling our planet because of the ripple effect that this time of year has brought for a couple of thousand years. Many blessings to you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.